This storm is serious. Authorities telling me, please tell people to stay off the roads. This is what you're seeing throughout multiple intersections. The lights are green and the traffic is just at a standstill as they are continuing to get people out of Fort Myers Beach. But this wreckage making it extremely hard for first responders to get in there. Deputies are delivering blood to people in dire need. You see that snow that is blinding. This has become just a whirlpool of snow. Authorities took me back there this afternoon and I saw that ground continuing to crumble as it does right now. Orchard Park saw 54 inches here and it's continuing to snow, making these roads very dangerous. Destruction from Hurricane Ian just everywhere you look. You could see that tangled mess of shrimp boats behind me, but her parents live upstairs. They are among the thousands still left in the dark. There are so many mixed emotions just being out here today after the horror that happened here 2 months ago. Some people tell me they will never walk through those doors. You also get 2 of those stencil stickers that you're seeing Detective Burke put on there, so you could put it on both converters if you have 2. The wait is finally over, Bills Mafia. Today's the day for game day. It's still hard to climb the stairs to get out of Shanita's apartment. It's like walking up a steep, slippery slide. And during the blizzard, when the snow was up to here, it would have been impossible. What is going through your mind during these times?
I'm just trying to get out.
Well, Connie Miner lived here in Bonita Springs until about 6 feet of water just came through here up to those windows. She pointed to this pile saying, now this is her house. Electricity is the least of her worries in her home that is just gutted. But her parents live upstairs. They are among the thousands still left in the dark. As her family waited for power to return, Connie Miner sat underneath a beach umbrella outside her home, trying to save memories of the better days.
I'm trying to salvage some of the pictures of my children's early years. My family, my sister that's passed away.
She delicately has been peeling hundreds of soaked photos out of albums, one by one, so the colors don't smudge, and then hangs them like laundry to dry in the sun.
My parents, my mother-in-law.
Miner shares with me the family albums she was able to save.
My daughter here is 31, and this is her when she was a baby.
Her daughters, who live nearby, lost their own family photos.
Lots and lots of memories of special, special people.
What's bringing on the tears? Just the memories or the fact that they're...
I just feel so blessed. I mean, just to be able to still have something.
These images, just about the only things she could save from her home gutted by 6 feet of water.
So where we've ripped the drywall out is to where the water went to.
This was the dining room. Miner's son-in-law shows me what's left.
The breaker panel's back here.
The only way I can describe this home right now is if you threw a bomb in this home and it just went off.
Yeah.
It's something I never thought I would go through.
But like the pictures she's saving, it's the people that mean the most to Miner. She says she's just grateful to be alive.
It's just stuff, you know. It means nothing to me. What it means to everything to me are the people that are here today.
And that's the dozens of people from her Park Alliance Church. They came by to clean, bring food, and of course, help save the hundreds of precious memories in the mess. Crews are working around the clock, coming from all over the state to restore power to hundreds and thousands of customers who still need it. In Bonita Springs, Michael Schwartz, Fox 4. Well, this is what it looks like outside just about everyone's home in this part of Naples. We're about 1.5 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, a half a mile from Naples Bay. Hurricane Ian's surge swarmed this area with water, where one man swam an hour to save his mother's life.
Get 4 feet of water, and I've been swimming forever.
It's the incredible journey Johnny Lauder took to save his mother's life.
In these times of darkness, we need a little bit of light to smile. I love those stories. I just never thought I would be one.
That story starts Wednesday morning when Hurricane Ian first brought wind, then water, While in the meantime, his 84-year-old mother, Karen, just 4 blocks away in her home. She refused to leave earlier, but Lauder was calling her for updates as the water rose faster and faster.
And once she reported it was at her navel, then we're like, all right, we got to go.
He shows me the tiny crawl space he directed his 2 sons and son's girlfriend into, along with their birds, rabbit, and cat.
Once I knew that they were tucked away, I jumped out that window there, which was already up to my chest, and I made my way to the street to get to my mom's house.
Without any hesitation, this former Chicago police officer started swimming, capturing it all on his iPhone as he made his way upstream.
I found the life jacket and a flotation device next to a boat.
What is going through your mind right now?
I mean, a couple times, old man Johnny was whispering in my ear, like, you might not make it. And I'm like, we'll make it. Shut up.
He says he found this kayak out of nowhere and used it to keep paddling. You are the real-life Batman.
And I was Aquaman that day, though.
On the way, sending selfies to his family, including his wife in Vegas at the time.
I wasn't worried about myself. I'm worried about them worrying about me. Love everybody.
You said I love everybody.
Yeah, because you never know.
But 40 minutes after he first started,
we're arriving to Grandma's. Banged on the front door, and when I heard her screaming, it was a sigh of relief and panic.
He rushes to the back window and finds his mother shivering but smiling when she sees her heroic son to the rescue. He takes this priceless picture before diving in to grab her, laying her on a table, and wrapping her in dry sheets.
Wrapped up so she doesn't go into hypothermia. She only has 1 leg, so it's going to be very difficult. 6:10, we're now leaving. How are you holding up?
Helping to wheel Grandma back to safety is Lauder's youngest son, Xavier, who followed in his father's footsteps to get there.
He's nonstop.
A few more miles to go. We're very fortunate. We've lost, home, all of our possessions, but I didn't lose my family, didn't lose my job, haven't lost hope. In life, it's like a computer. You have 2 buttons. You have power and reset, and thank God it was just my reset button that was hit, and we can push forward.
Pushing forward, just as he did, to save his mom's life. Do you owe your mom a Mother's Day gift? Does this cover about a year or 2?
I don't know. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I would do it for your mother, anybody's mother. It's just what human beings do.
Among the garbage outside Johnny's destroyed home is the wheelchair that he and his son Xavier used to wheel Karen to safety. Tonight she is continuing to recover from the infections that she received on her skin while going through that water, but Johnny said she is doing well. Michael Schwartz in Naples, Fox 4.
Oh, Michael. I'm really sorry. How are you holding up?
I'm doing well. A Long Island native, we're not used to lake effect in Nassau County, but welcome to Orchard Park. Anytime you guys want to come up, you have an open invitation. But on a serious note, this storm is serious. Authorities telling me, please tell people to stay off the roads. This is what you're seeing throughout multiple intersections. The lights are green and the traffic is just at a standstill, from trucks that aren't moving anywhere to plows that are just staying where they are. The visibility less than about 100 feet. As you see, that wind is just continuing to come right at me. And it's the wind, it's the wet snow. It's a lot of really packed snow. That's what's coming down right now, really caking on the roadways and making it ice just underneath. And you see, again, these vehicles not moving anywhere. I spoke to one plow driver just a little bit ago, a few miles away from here, who said this isn't the type of weather where you just use your normal plow. This is front loaders. This is heavy equipment snow. And again, if you don't have to be on these roads, authorities are warning you to stay off the roads. We just got an update from our county executive in Erie County saying that at least 2 men have died related to heart condition events from shoveling snow. So this is a very serious snow, a very heavy snow, and one that the visibility, the wind, the snow is really just getting worse. So again, stay home is the message up here. We're about 2.5 miles from where the Bills play, about 10 miles south of the city of Buffalo. I hope it's a lot clearer on the Upper West Side where you guys are.
It is, but please, Mike, you and the crew stay safe. We know it's dangerous situations out there.
Yeah,
Keep in track.
Thanks for your report.
Yes.
It's been a huge inconvenience.
That was yesterday when a hopeless Brett Mandel told me about the SUV he had to abandon on the 198 during the December blizzard. 1 month later, it was still missing, and the county and city of Buffalo had no record of it being towed anywhere.
And I've gotten zero answers on it.
That is, until we first aired his story last night on 7 News at 6. Nowhere to be found. Almost immediately, viewers started commenting below the story on our Facebook page, pointing this veteran of the War on Terror to possible places where it could have been taken.
Believe me, we went to every single place that we were told to.
One of those comments mentioned the employee lot of Sisters Hospital. On Friday morning, I texted that suggestion to Mandel.
And I went there and I asked the employees about it, and they said, oh, I don't know. And I flagged down one of the hospital police officers, and we went over there. And I didn't want to get too much hope up, so I started pulling back some snow, and I was like, oh my God, this is it.
Mandel found his Nissan Murano with a few dents in it, but overall, just as he left it exactly 5 weeks ago.
It's amazing. It's great to know that, people around the city have your back, as do, I to them, I mean, I would try to help anybody that I could.
Now he doesn't have to rely on others for rides when school starts back up again on Monday at UB.
Talk about perfect timing, better late than never. And it's a great feeling that there's a place that you could go to when all else has failed, and you've tried every lot that they told you to go to, and you've talked to the state, county, and the city, that there's actually like an ace in the hole that you could go and call Channel 7 and Michael.schwartz over here, and, and you restore hope, and, it's great.
Vicky Golisano owns this duplex in Albion. She lives on the left side and rents the right. But now that right door has a red eviction sticker on it, and a nightmare behind it. Wow. It's hard for Golisano to even step foot in here.
You're right, Michael. It's very hard for me to be in here because I don't know what the hell I'm going to do.
The floor cluttered with boxes, toy parts, shoes all over the first room, making it hard to move. Vicky leads me into another room where pieces of bread on the floor are now as hard as the shoebox it crumbles next to.
It's terrible. It's not. It's more than a mess. It's
Cigar ashes across a small coffee table, walls with holes in them and inappropriate sketches drawn on them, leading to a bathroom covered in filth and a nearby kitchen table with rotting food still in the container.
This is the kitchen area with missing cupboards, doors. This is the brand new screen door that was on here before they moved in, right here.
Golisano and her service dog then lead me upstairs, showing me 2 bedrooms in shambles, one a kid's room painted pink, and it's getting harder to believe the conditions. Squeezed by a dirty mattress in the hall to a bathroom that's a wreck.
There really are people out there that I would open my home up to in a heartbeat, any which way I could, but this was ridiculous.
Golisano feels this was an intentional final act that all started with the pandemic when the tenants stopped paying rent in May 2020. At that time, New York's Tenant Safe Harbor Act was in effect, allowing tenants to hold off paying rent if they faced financial hardships related to COVID-19. She feels the tenants took advantage.
She said they didn't have any money, that it's the COVID and this and that, and I have to work with them, and all kinds of stuff. Started right then and there.
20 months of rent, more than $13,000, never paid, and tensions only rose.
He was slamming the doors and broke the glass in the door and broke the other door, so I called the police.
She also called attorney Lance Mark.
In this particular case, the tenants were creating extreme nuisances, just harassing behavior on the part of the tenants.
Golisano estimated damages prior to this mess were $9,000 and showed the judge before and after pictures. But it was ruled the tenants would pay $3,000. And Golisano says she hasn't even seen a penny of that. The tenants were also ordered to leave by January 2nd, which they did.
Theoretically, she could have appealed the decision to seek an award of higher damages, but like any time somebody sues somebody else, if the people that are being sued don't have any resources, the chances of collecting anything are slim to none.
Golisano was told damages are now approaching $20,000 on top of cleaning it.
Do you have that?
I don't have $20.
And paying taxes on the apartment that's a source of income for her. You see, she's a cancer survivor and is on disability, and has more medical bills to pay.
I've got stage 3 kidney disease. I just had my gallbladder out. That was really bad. I've been through really serious abusive domestic violence. And every day it's a struggle. Every day, but I do it. And I will continue to do it.
Golisano tells me of all her battles, this is the worst, as she feels it was intentional. I reached out to both tenants listed on the court documents, but have not yet heard back. For 7 Problem Solvers, I'm Michael Schwartz.
Gosh, this is so awful, and you just feel for this woman, especially given the circumstances. Meantime, if you've got a problem that you need help with, consumer issues, homeowner, or rental dilemmas like this one, let Michael know and let him investigate. He'll find answers for you. You can email him at 7problemsolvers@wkbw.com. He is a great resource, and we're so lucky to have him on our team.